I know that's your favorite.
That is my favorite all-time Bigfoot story that I've ever heard and read, and it happened near Ruby Creek on the Fraser River in 1871. If you don't know anything about the Seraphim Long abduction, I'm going to do something I normally don't put the effort to do it. At the end of this video, you'll see a recommended video. I'm going to put that Seraphim Long video in there. We covered it. Go to our channel and watch it. The Seraphim Long abduction in 1871 took place around the Fraser River. And I guarantee, I can't 100% guarantee it, but there's good money that the First Nation village that they fled to was the same village that Seraphim Long was at when she got abducted by a Bigfoot. And if you know anything about the Seraphim Long abduction case, the Bigfoot got her pregnant in that story, right? And she never redacted it. So when she was saying that she couldn't make out it's junk or not, that led me back to it like, well, don't rule that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't rule that out.
That's funny.
And I have forgotten the name of Seraphim Long's tribe. It's in the Seraphim Long video. Again, it'll pop up at the end. You go watch that and do it. But they had stories. And it's not just Seraphim Long. There is a long-standing oral history within the First Nation tribes of these Bigfoots, what they would call hairy wild men, abducting their women. A long-standing, you know, situation, a story about it, right? And that's when it clicked together, man. And that's what sold me on this story. That's why I was like, God, I can't believe it. What are the odds? What are the freaking odds, right? And again, that's why I thought to myself, like, why have I never heard of this story before? Why have I never heard of Ruby Creek? And so thank you for sending this to look into, Enigmites out there. I would have done this a lot sooner if I would have known that there was a connection in it. And so here's some details real quick of the Seraphim Long. She was on what was called the Chehalis Reserve in British Columbia, right? And so she was abducted. And she was held up in the mountains for over a year by this Bigfoot and his elderly parents, right? And she was eventually released, and you can go see what happens at the end. She never recanted her story or whatever, and there were several eyewitnesses about it. And her story, I'm not going to spoil the episode for you, was also one of the first written, you know, documentations for like a documented tale of an abduction story that went down on it. But that's where it happened, in the same daggone area in the Fraser River. So yeah, Steve, when we take Canada and we can take our guns up there, we're going to make this road trip. I'm telling you, man. All right. I've got to see it, man. I have to get in that area, and I'm going to find a way to get on that reservation. If I have to sacrifice you at the gates to do it, you got to take it for the team, Steve. We're doing this for science, son. Right?
As long as you do it on Instagram Live.
That's it, man. Exactly, right? We'll stream it, everything.
Watch me going out on stream. Yeah.
1871, a solid freaking, 60 years before, more than that, right? No, yeah, way more. 100, like 100.
71,
60, 70 years, right? Yeah. No.
Yeah, 70 years.
70 years later, right? 70 years. 70-year gap difference in that area, right? And also, this is the way my mind works too.
I can't wait to hear what you're going to say. I can't wait to hear this.
What if this was a hybrid? What if this was a hybrid of the Seraphim Long? What if it was, or whatever? I don't even know, man. Like I said, I don't even know, but I do know that in the tales in that area, a lot of the village elders will tell you that these things have their own personalities. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. They can speak our language, they choose not to. That's why they can mimic. So when you hear those hoots and hollering and those knocking in the woods, they're messing with you. That's not them. Or you're talking to a demon. And again, when people do wood knocks, here you go, Enigmites. I'm gonna tell you why you might find this hard to believe, but I can rub people the wrong way.
No,
right?
No,
right?
Joe, you're a sweetheart.
I don't know if it's my delivery, or I don't know if it's I have a quirk where when I'm telling somebody something that I think is stupid, I chuckle, and that makes it worse. Tomato. But I have some really good Bigfoot researcher friends. I really do, man. Chuck Larson up in New Jersey, Sasquatch Steve Taylor up in New Jersey, my boy Harley Owens down in Tennessee. We just met, what was his name? We made friends with my guy in Ohio. I can't remember his name right now. I forgot his name. What's his name? Tim Gayhart. Tim Gayhart from Ohio. I'm a good guy once you get to know me and get to talk to me on it.
Very few people get to that stage, though. They usually
look, man, you got to be strong to be my friend, all right? Because I will test you. Look, you will go far. I will improve your life. I'm telling you right now, man, I will improve your life. You will be a lot richer, a lot cooler. I'm the ultimate wingman. I make all ugly guys look good, period, right? I close deals all the time. But you have to get past them first few minutes, right? And so I've reached out to Bigfoot researchers that don't want to come on my show. And here might be why. Here might be a reason why. And no disrespect to those guys out there. I wish you all the well. Tree knocks are stupid. Tree knocks are them communicating with each other in those environments, the same way special forces communicate with each other out there in the field. Hand signals and knocks. Chuck Larson told us a great story how he was on a research. He was on this lady's back porch. Him and another researcher were sitting there. He heard some knocks off to his left, a couple knocks off to the right. The Bigfoot on the right was letting the Bigfoot on the left know how many people were there based on the knocks. So when you see people go into the wilderness, especially the Appalachian Mountains, and you guys take a little billy bat in there and you're banging a tree, that's doing nothing. These animals are way more intelligent than you're giving them credit. They know, look, there's another hairless one over there banging on a tree. Yo, Steve, mess with him. Do some hoots, right? Yeah, they're messing with you, bro. That's all they're doing, bro. There's 100% that they don't communicate that way unless they're doing it tactically, for lack of a better word. However, I will say this. Enigmites, do not ever knock on wood, period. There's a famous saying going, I hope, hey, Steve, hope you get that job. And Steve will say, yeah, knock on wood. Do you know where the knock on wood came from? Do you know where it came from? So here, I'm going to tell you where it came from.
Let me hear it.
It came from...
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.